Hey, Dr. Shaunna here, Meal Cure, and welcome to Meatless Monday. And today we are doing a quick and satisfying Tex Mex bean and brown rice. And this is something that you can do as a casserole, as a chili, you can do it in lettuce wraps, all sorts of different iterations that you can do, and a great way to get some real good taste and quickly too. So I know there's a big game on. I was hoping to do this just a few minutes ago. So many of you are probably watching the big game, but if you're not, then head on over here. And if you have a bunch of hungry guys like I do, then you can make this up super quick and they can get back to their game. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do some brown rice. And this, what I have here, and I'll just bring our camera over onto the stove here. That's perfect. So we've got 2 cups of water there, and I'm just going to put a cup of whole grain brown rice. Now we want it whole grain, and we're going to just put this for 5 minutes. Now normally, we're going to let that boil for 5 minutes. Normally, you have to let that go for quite a while. It takes a long time, but I have this 10-minute brown rice, minute rice here, that it's low glycemic, it's non-GMO, it's whole grain, and it's a really great, super fast thing that you can do in a pinch to get some great meals in. Hey Val, how are you doing? So anyways, you've got brown rice, so that's going to start, it's 5 minutes boiling, and then you turn off the heat and just let it rest for 5 minutes, and then you're good to go. And meanwhile, in my skillet here, we're going to heat that up. And I'm going to just put some avocado oil and just pick some more up at Costco. It's a really good price there. I don't know why theirs is it's exact same, pure, 100% pure from Chosen Foods, but they seem to have the best price around. So if you happen to be near a Costco, that's great. So we'll go back to this skillet. And so I've chopped up 1 red onion, and I'm going to just add that in here as well. And we're just going to saute that. And also 3, oops, get a little bit more there, and 3 cloves of garlic. And we should take a poll. How many of my meals start with garlic and onions? It's kind of a little crazy. So I've minced 3 cloves of garlic. Now the thing with garlic is if you're putting minced garlic into your skillet, you want to keep sauteing it. You want to keep stirring it because it can burn. So just be aware of that. So sometimes I'll even get the onion going a little bit longer and then put the garlic in. So we're going to stir that around, saute that just for a few minutes. Now the one reason I use the pure avocado oil is because olive oil, which is also very healthy, and I use for salad dressings and no heat cooking, has, this is a little bit of, there we go, and no heat cooking has, the avocado oil has a higher smoke point, so that is good because we don't want it smoking, because then we'll get all the free radicals that counteract all the anti-inflammatory goodness that we're going for. So just sauteing 1 red onion, 3 cloves of garlic, and some whole grain fast brown rice here cooking. And then the next step is I make my own. I'll maybe get you to, while this is cooking here, I'll get you to bring this up. Thank you, Gerald, my camera guy. So I've made my own taco seasoning, and so this might be something that you want to try. I'll tell you what I've got in mine, and that way you avoid any of the chemicals. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of this in there in a moment. So what we've got in there is a tablespoon of chili powder, good to have taco seasoning, and then a 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes, 1/4 teaspoon oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and 1½ teaspoons of cumin, and then 1/8 teaspoon sea salt and 1/4 teaspoon ground pepper. Mix that all up, and then it makes about 2 tablespoons. I'm only going to use 1 tablespoon of this taco, like homemade taco seasoning right now, but you can, use it for tacos or chilies. It's really great to have on hand. All right, so let's bring us back down here if we can. And turn our heat down a little bit. Woo. Okay. Now I'm just adding a bit of that seasoning in there. Okay. So we've got basically a tablespoon of homemade taco seasoning. And this is one of the meals in Meal Cure. So this is meal number 3 that'll be posted next Thursday for our members. But I'm giving you the recipe if you want to jot it down here now. And then I'm going to add a little 2 teaspoons of cumin and 1 teaspoon of ground coriander added to that. Just a little extra spice. Now normally, and what the recipe will show, is that I would cut up zucchini, 2 zucchinis into half moons, and add that and saute that to this mix, which is going to be fantastic. But I was out, I knew I was supposed to get something, and I forgot the zucchini, which normally doesn't happen because now our brown rice is done, so I'm just going to turn that off and just remove it from the heat and then let it sit for another 5 minutes, and it's going to be perfect. So that's the fastest, easiest way to do brown rice that I know of. So instead of the zucchini, which I recommend, I just got about 10 grape tomatoes and quartered them up, and we're going to just add that in there because that will blend nicely, and I happen to have those on hand. And we're just going to saute that up. So definitely starting to get the Tex Mex feel here. And just say hi where you're, now let me see if I can see you here. Just type in where you're watching me from. And if you're watching us, we're doing a Tex Mex brown rice and beans, which is a great on its own. Add a little cheese to it. And my guys just love this. So you can turn it into a sloppy joe or something like that. Now I'm also going to add, this is one of the large cans, the 796 mLs or the 28 ounces of diced tomatoes. So we're going to get that sauce. It's really going to start to absorb all those flavors of the taco seasoning. And then drain and rinse 1 can of kidney beans. If you want to use a different kind of beans, you can. But we've got that going on here. So we were adding those kidney beans. I'm not sure if my, I think that's okay. I think my lens may have just fogged up. So you could add black beans, chickpeas, but kidney beans are a great staple there. And hi from Winnipeg. All right, hi Julie, how are you? So we're just getting this so that our boys will be satisfied for the game that's on right now. And I'm kind of like a bad luck omen, so I really am cheering the Jets on, but it's better if I only watch as they're well ahead. I've just discovered that, so my duty is not to watch right at the moment. So we're going to just do that. And then that's pretty much it. We will, I'm just gonna, if you can see in there, I think you can see this base. So then, Gerald, I'll just tell people what the last little bit is. But basically, we're going to add this brown rice, which is going to be ready in about 5 minutes. Make sure that it's nice and fluffy. We'll add that whole grain brown rice to this. We'll mix it up. And then I'll let you bring that camera back up to me. And we're going to chop up a green onion and add some, shredded Tex-Mex cheese on top. And now you can do it different ways. You can have it in take a big thing of romaine lettuce leaves and make it like a lettuce taco. Those are really good. Hey Susan, good to see you, or sort of see you. And you can also just have it as a casserole and sort of melt the cheese on it. Maybe serve it with some tortilla chips. There's some great organic, low sodium tortilla chips. And again, the beans that I get all are no salt added. I like to keep the salt that I'm gonna use up to me, and that was that. So I'm just gonna give you, the tricky part is the taco seasoning. So I'm gonna just tell you what was in that homemade taco seasoning again, because you can use that for anything. And so it's a tablespoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes, and 1/4 teaspoon oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cumin, and then salt and pepper. Mix that up, makes about 2 tablespoons or so, and you'll use a tablespoon in this, but then you'll have another tablespoon that you can just kind of keep on hand. So with that, go Jets go. Hopefully they're doing great. And if you like this video, feel free to like and comment. You'll see more videos like this over on my YouTube channel, so you can check it out and subscribe there. And I also, again, feature a Superfood of the Week. Now, the Superfood of the Week, ironically, this week is blueberry, but I never have the Superfood of the Week in all meals, just in case someone doesn't like it or has an allergy, but it's always in at least 2 of the 5 meals at mealcure.com. You can check out mealcure.com. This week's actually blueberry, and last night we made some delicious blueberry brie basil, like a grilled cheese sandwich, but with brie and a blueberry that we mixed with a little maple syrup and balsamic vinegar, and used some for a dressing for a spinach salad and the other right in with that brie. My boys absolutely love that one, so, and I hope you will too. So check out mealcure.com and check out my YouTube channel, and just have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week. Be good for you.